You know, I feel at this point I've made like 1,000 Pikmin videos and have probably repeated the same thing 1,000 times. But does that not tell you anything? Does that not make you think that maybe I really want Pikmin and I just want to keep making videos on it because I just like talking about Pikmin? But do make sure to subscribe with notifications on, because I will be making more Pikmin videos very soon, and obviously other Nintendo related content, so make sure to stay tuned for that. So I've briefly mentioned this before in another video, but I just wanted to sort of dive into more detail because I think it's a very good idea. So we've all heard the rumors of Pikmin 3 coming to Switch before Pikmin 4, but I just think having the trilogy, the entire trilogy, instead of just Pikmin 3 Deluxe, is such a smart move. Now this could annoy a lot of people if in the direct we finally see Olimar come with his Pikmin gang behind him, we're all getting hyped up, and then they're like, Pikmin 3 Deluxe coming to Switch. This would annoy so many people. Unless straight after they did like a mini teaser with like Pikmin 4 coming later on, they just want to release Pikmin 3 first. It would annoy so many people if they didn't do that. You know how with like Animal Crossing, they showed Isabelle and everyone was like, Animal Crossing for Switch. And then they announced Isabelle was coming to Smash, and people were hyped, but they were kind of like, what about Animal Crossing? And then afterwards they tricked us and they showed Animal Crossing. That's the kind of move they should make with Pikmin. If they're going to do a trilogy announcement or a Pikmin 3 just by itself announcement before Pikmin 4, they should definitely announce Pikmin 4 straight afterwards, because it will annoy a lot of people. Even if they just mention like, oh, by the way, Pikmin 4 is still in development, it's due to come out very soon, if they don't have a teaser trailer or anything, because yeah, people will get triggered. But back to my point. If Nintendo just went ahead and released Pikmin 3 or just went ahead and released Pikmin 4, the game would not sell as well, because people who have never played Pikmin before will be put off if they see a big old 4 next to the title. They'll just think to themselves, well, I haven't played the first 3 games, so why would I start here? And also a totally unrelated point, but this is why reboots exist. Companies reboot franchises all the time to get more people into the series, because when titles start going a bit crazy like Dragon Quest XI, Final Fantasy 15, it does put people off because they're like, well, I haven't played the first few games. Why should I start here? Should I start from all the way at the beginning? But I don't have access to these games because they're on all the consoles. It creates a lot of issues. But yeah, that's why reboots exist. That's why companies do port over old games, just to get rid of that whole issue of people saying, well, I've never played the old ones. If they give us the old ones, then we don't have that issue. Now we have to remember that Pikmin started out back in the GameCube days. A lot of kids who play Switch nowadays wouldn't have had GameCubes. Maybe if you owned a Wii or a Wii U, you might have got a chance to play it because they did get ports later on. Or maybe people did own these consoles but never tried out Pikmin, and now are intrigued because of all the hype around Pikmin 4. And also you have to remember that each Pikmin game has only sold around 1 million units, so that's a lot of people who haven't played the older ones. And there are also many things they could do with bringing the trilogy over, giving the players the option to play Pikmin 1 and 2 with motion controls, and just the standard GameCube controls is something they should do for sure. Personally, I love the addition of the motion controls. It felt like the definitive way to play the game in my opinion. If they tidied it up a bit, it would be perfect in my opinion, because there were some flaws obviously, but some people hate the motion controls with a passion, and also they should definitely get rid of that annoying time limit in the first game. Plus, I'm pretty confident Pikmin 4 is finished now. It has to be finished. Or maybe midway through development, they had a big idea in their heads and were like, let's completely scrap the old game and start again, kind of like how they did with Breath of the Wild. It's hard to say for sure, obviously we don't know what's going on in their minds, but I'm pretty confident it's been sitting in the back burner for a while now, and they're just sort of saving it for quieter times. But currently, we are in quieter times. It would be the perfect time to drop the trilogy. I mean, are we not in quieter times? We're literally locked indoors. In the next direct, whenever the hell that will be, maybe September time, stay tuned for the next video because I'll be covering that topic next. It would be the perfect time to announce something Pikmin, something. Whether it's Pikmin 3 and they haven't changed anything, it's literally just a direct port, whether it's a trilogy, I'm willing to take Hey Pikmin. I'm literally that desperate for something Pikmin. It would be the perfect time to drop something in September, even if it's going to release early 2021 or sort of late this year, whatever. It's the perfect time, in my opinion, to announce the trilogy of games, because having just Pikmin 3 or the trilogy is like a perfect early year release. Maybe if it's in March or February time or even May, it's like the perfect sort of time to release those games. You know, like Yoshi's Crafted World when that came out in that sort of time, you know, when Kirby Star Allies came out in that sort of time. It's like the perfect sort of time of year to release Pikmin, in my opinion, because sort of at the end of the year it might get overshadowed by the big holiday titles. So start of the year is definitely perfect. And if they do release the trilogy or just a Pikmin 3 port next year, it'd be absolutely perfect to release Pikmin 4 a year later in 2022, giving the games like a whole year to sort of sit on the Switch. People who want to try it would have tried it, and then give us Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 finally comes out and everyone's happy. Everyone is finally happy. And I know for a lot of people that porting over the old games before Pikmin 4 is going to be very annoying. You're sort of watching this video like, no, we don't want the trilogy. We've already played those games 1,000 times. Just give us Pikmin 4. But you have to understand, from a business standpoint, it is a smart move. There is a lot of people out there who have never played Pikmin. I know for a fact there's a lot of people out there who've never played Pikmin. I've met a lot of people like that. They said, I really can't wait for Pikmin 4. The hype around it seems cool. The concept of the game's cool and whatever. But I've never played the old Pikmin games. I'd love to play them. And they may be put off from playing the games without playing the older ones. They would definitely play the trilogy if it was on Switch, if it was accessible for them. But a lot of people don't have GameCubes or don't have Wii's or Wii U's or whatever. A lot of people just bought a Switch. It's their first console. Or maybe they sold the Wii U for the Switch. It's like there's a lot of people out there who don't have access to the old games who want to play them. And it would definitely make Nintendo some extra cash. Even if they just brought out Pikmin 3. It would sell really well. I mean, the ports for Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, for Hyrule Warriors, for all these old games, Captain Toad, whatever, they sold well. A lot of people complained at them, like, why are you giving us old games? But a lot of people didn't have a Wii U. It only sold like 13 million units, you gotta remember. The Switch is on 50 million. There's a lot of people out there who didn't have the Wii U. So a lot of people will definitely want a Pikmin trilogy. But yeah, I do understand your frustration. People who have played Pikmin before, they would be slightly annoyed. But if they did straight afterwards, which I would imagine they'll do, they would sort of see the uproar. I'd imagine they'd announce Pikmin 4 straight after if they did do an announcement for the trilogy or Pikmin 3. I know they're aware of it. They've sort of kept us slightly updated over the years when people have been like, is Pikmin 4 still alive? Just so we know it is still alive and is going to come out and it's not been completely dropped and forgotten. They have mentioned development's going well, etc, etc. So I doubt they'll just completely ignore all the fans out there who are waiting for Pikmin 4 by announcing the ports of the third game or whatever, and then just completely forgetting about Pikmin 4. I'm pretty confident they wouldn't do that. But let me know in the comments down below, would you want a full trilogy coming over? Would you want just Pikmin 3? Would you be happy with that? Do you think that's more likely? Or do you just want them to hurry the hell up and bring out Pikmin 4? Let me know in the comments down below. I know I'm repeating a lot of old points here, but I just like making Pikmin videos. I just want to make Pikmin videos. And stay tuned in the future, because I am thinking of streaming all 3 games, because I've not played them in a very long time. I've never played 2, I believe. I played 1, I think I played 3, but I never played 2. So I may be streaming them in the future. Just make sure to subscribe for future content, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And I will see you all tomorrow.